What's up? Hey, what's good? What's poppin'? I am Miss Berry. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys for sliding through and coming to kick it with me. As you guys see, right back up into Mr. Thomas Sowell. This is him exposing Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Black Lives Matters, intellectuals and insight. As you guys see from the title. Like I said before, I'm pretty interested to see, what he has to say. I love picking Mr. Sowell's brain. All the videos that I've reacted to of him so far, it's been very informational and very life-changing, if I might say. So me knowing already who Al Sharpton is and who Jesse Jackson is and about, the Black Lives Matter, in which I've learned a lot about the Black Lives Matter now. But, about Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, I've known positive things, at least I think, but I've been hearing a whole bunch of things that I did not know. So I am definitely opening my mind and expanding. I'm excited, and let's get into it. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get straight up into the video.
So it's actually dangerous for less fortunate people to turn to politics.
Oh yes,
as a form of redress.
No question about it. If you look in the United States or around the world, you think of spectacularly successful people, you can almost never name any prominent leader to whom that success can be attributed. I mean, who has made what Asian leader has made Asians successful?
Well, the answer would be Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you do with that example?
That's the outlier.
Okay. All right.
But he didn't do that by championing their cause in Malaysia. He did it by taking charge of Singapore itself independently
and creating free markets.
That's right. But he never had to tell them that their problems were all caused by somebody else, and that's the first thing a quote leader has to do if he wants to remain a leader of some group that's lagging.
President Trump has sent every signal that all of his policies are going to go in line with his rhetoric. I just named you some of his policies. His rhetoric has clearly been that. In my lifetime, I have not seen a president, Republican or Democrat.
I think I'm gonna switch back, y'all. I'm sorry.
You did not have a
I'm
black
sorry to keep
in power.
I'm sorry to keep switching through the motions, y'all. I was just trying to figure out which seemed better for my eyes, but
in the West Wing of the White House. West Wing is where the president's office is in the top one. George Bush, who I did not agree with, marched on, had Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice. George Bush Sr., same thing. Even Ronald Reagan. This is the only president in my lifetime that has no black even empowered in the West Wing.
But in terms of political leaders, all the incentives politically are for black leaders to blame all problems in the black community on the larger society. And that enables them to take on the role of being the defender of the black community against enemies.
And then always being someone that someone needs. I definitely just heard that, not on this particular video, but they was talking about, I think it was Jesse Jackson. They make it seem like they want to, fight. I'm not saying that they don't, whatever their judgment is. I mean, whatever their true intentions are. I'm not saying that they don't, but someone said, or I heard somewhere, seen somewhere recently that, as long as, they could pretty much hold the community in their hand and make them think that this is what the world is, this is what it is, they're going to always be in need. They're going to always have a position somewhere for people to come run to and run under and stuff like that. It's enabling.
Which in turn creates the situation in which many blacks don't feel that anything that they do is going to help themselves unless it's done politically as a group. That there's no point. I mean, why would you, if you believe what they say, why would you want to knock yourself out in school knowing that the man is not going to let you get anywhere? One of the things I discovered in the research for my book I'm currently working on is that leaders of groups that are lagging in countries around the world almost invariably have counterproductive policies for them. And it makes perfect sense because insofar as members of lagging groups assimilate into the values and achievements of the larger society, they don't need those leaders. I mean, there's no mystery to me as to why Jesse Jackson says what he does, or Al Sharpton and others, because that benefits them, but it does not benefit the people they lead. And all the incentives
What I was just
for
saying,
leaders to lead people into things that don't help the people, but help the leaders.
I literally just said that, but I mean, he said it in a different way. But I just already knew where he was going with it, y'all. I knew.
One of the most pathetic things I heard in recent years was a young black man saying that, you know, at one point he thought he would join the Air Force and become a pilot. And then he says he realized that the white man is not going to let a black man become a pilot. And he was saying this decades after the Tennessee Airmen had established their reputation in combat in Europe, you know. But the hopelessness is one of the big products of the race industry. That you have no chance. I remember giving a talk at Marquette, and at the end of the talk, among the questions that was asked, a young black man got up and he said, "Even though I am graduating from Marquette University, what hope is there for me?" And having gone through college when I was in the 50s, I don't remember any blacks saying that in the 1950s, when there was a lot more obstacles to overcome than there were when this guy is graduating from Marquette. But you have to produce that kind of feeling in order to
survive. I said survive, yeah. In order to serve.
There would be an exception for Dr. King, though, wouldn't there?
Yes, but
one of the things he was different because he was earliest, or what? Why? What's different about it?
Well, it's like insurgent movements in general. When an insurgency starts off, by definition, it has an uphill battle. Now, and you can look at the history of Christianity, for heaven's sake. If you're going to be a Christian in the Roman Empire, you know, before in the first century, you had a lot of grief to go through. Now, but after Christianity becomes the official religion of the Roman Empire, this is a bonanza, and there's a lot to be done. And so now you will follow policies that are the opposite of what you advocated. You will see that with all kinds of other insurgent movements.
Somewhere watching this interview, there's a young Thomas Sowell. There's an African American who's smart and wants to do something with his life. It seems to me we've already got one piece of advice you'd offer to him is stay away from the racist industry. Stay away from the what advice race hustlers. What advice would you give a young Thomas Sowell? How do you make something of yourself as an African American in America today?
The way anybody else would. You equip yourself with skills that people are willing to pay for.
Exactly. Y'all, let's end this video right here. Let's just talk for just a split second. Y'all, it's crazy that he just said that because, you know, this is completely different, but you know, just me doing YouTube, I always be saying, like, jokingly, but at the same time I always say it, like, when you spend time researching and doing the hard work and the late nights and the, you know, eyes hurting, headaches and all of this, the stress and all of this, just to get this information, to learn something new, to teach yourself something, to gain a certain amount of knowledge, that is not free. Like, I'm not about to give you what I worked my long, hard sweat and tears, just everything for free. I might give you some pointers like he did, but I'm not about to give you everything for free, everything that I didn't work hard for. No. But I understand that more. If he, you know, he spoke the truth there, you know, race hustlers. I mean, I never thought to use it in that term, but you know, like, that's the truth. And I learned that, you know, about Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, but you know, I'm not going to just form one whole opinion just based off of this or something else. I need to, you know, deep dive a little bit more so I can have a complete better understanding as to, you know, what's going on through these men's mind. Like, what y'all got going on? Huh? Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reaction video just as much as I enjoy reacting to it. It's my birthday, 222. Y'all, I see it on the time. I caught it on the time again, y'all. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below. Let's talk about it. What do you guys think? Give me recommendations. What do you guys want to see? It don't necessarily have to be Thomas Sowell. Drop some links. I love to chat it up with y'all in the comments. You guys know that. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do not leave without subscribing. What you doing, honey? Nah, but don't leave without hitting that red subscribe button and ringing that bell. So when I drop a new video, you guys will know. You won't miss it, and you'll be right here, just like everybody else. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who definitely come kick it with me and tune in to each and every video that I post. More love to you guys, y'all. I don't like the kissing sound, so that's why you heard no noise coming from this at all. I just can't stand it. Anyway, until next time, y'all.